Cancer is a frightening word, with nearly 10 million people dying from it each year. Colon cancer, one of the most common types, affects thousands annually in the US, with over 101,000 new cases reported. A healthy lifestyle and early detection are key to prevention. Early detection can save lives, and you don't need to be a doctor to spot warning signs. By paying attention to your body, you can catch colon cancer early and improve your chances of successful treatment. Let's explore some early warning signs to watch for. And no, it's not just bleeding. Number 1, rectal bleeding. Let's address the elephant in the room right away: bleeding, specifically rectal bleeding. It's not something anyone likes to talk about, but it is one of the most significant warning signs of colon cancer. If you notice blood in your stool, it's time to call your doctor. The color of the blood can be a clue. Bright red blood means that there is something going on in the lower part of your digestive tract. Think your colon or rectum. Dark maroon blood, on the other hand, indicates that the blood has been digested, which may point to an issue in the upper digestive tract. Now, don't panic if you see a little blood once in a while. It could be from a harmless cause like hemorrhoids. However, if the bleeding is frequent or in large amounts, that's a whole different story. Colon cancer-related bleeding tends to be more substantial than what you'd typically see with hemorrhoids. It's not always easy to catch. Many people don't think to check their stool. Yikes. But if you want to stay on top of your health, this is a good habit to develop. Yes, we're talking about taking a quick glance in the bowl. After all, spotting blood early could make all the difference. Number 2, narrow stool. It's not the most glamorous topic, but your stool can reveal a lot about your colon's health. One of the subtle signs that something might be wrong is the narrowing of your stool. Normally, your stool should have a relatively consistent shape and size. But if it begins to resemble pencil-thin or ribbon-like shapes, it could indicate a blockage or narrowing of the colon, which is often caused by a tumor. Here's where being attentive to your bowel movements comes into play. By keeping track of the size and consistency of your stool, you'll be able to notice if anything changes. If you notice that your stool has become unusually thin over time, it's essential to bring it up with your doctor. Don't dismiss it as a minor inconvenience. It could be a sign that a tumor is obstructing the passage of waste through your colon. While some people experience these changes occasionally due to diet or stress, regular and persistent narrowing should not be overlooked. Number 3, constipation that won't quit. We've all had those days when we feel a little constipated, maybe after a holiday binge or when we're stressed out. But what happens when constipation doesn't resolve itself? Prolonged constipation that lasts for weeks and doesn't respond to dietary changes could be a red flag for colon cancer. This happens because a tumor can block the passage of stool, making it difficult for waste to pass through the colon. There are plenty of reasons people get constipated: a lack of fiber in the diet, dehydration, or even stress. But if constipation becomes chronic and doesn't improve with lifestyle changes, it could indicate an obstruction or narrowing in the colon, which is often caused by cancerous tumors. Even if the constipation is mild at first, it can worsen over time, and the longer it persists, the more damage it can cause. If you've been struggling with constipation for an extended period, it's time to see a doctor. While it's common to brush off the occasional digestive discomfort, prolonged constipation requires attention. You may need to undergo tests like a colonoscopy to rule out or confirm the presence of colon cancer. Number 4, unproductive bowel movements. Here's a situation many of us can relate to. You sit down, do your business, and yet feel like you haven't really done it at all. If you often feel like you need to go but nothing happens, that's called tenesmus, and it's another potential sign of colon cancer. This feeling usually happens when there's a tumor blocking your colon or rectum, and your body is trying to clear it out. Unfortunately, it just can't. If you're experiencing this sensation frequently, get yourself checked. It's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to your health. Number 5, anemia. Feeling tired all the time? It could be your body's way of telling you something isn't right. Chronic fatigue is often chalked up to stress, lack of sleep, or just the hustle and bustle of daily life. But constant tiredness, especially when it doesn't go away after a good rest, could be a red flag for colon cancer. One of the reasons fatigue occurs is blood loss from colon tumors. And you might not even realize you're losing blood. That's why keeping track of your health through regular checkups is essential. Colon cancer can cause a drop in red blood cells, leading to anemia. This means your organs aren't getting the oxygen they need, and you end up feeling exhausted. If you're constantly fatigued, even though you haven't been running marathons or living on 3 hours of sleep, it's time to get checked out. Number 6. Unexplained weight loss. We all wish we could lose a few pounds without trying, but if the weight is coming off unexpectedly, it could be a sign of colon cancer. Rapid, unexplained weight loss is one of the telltale signs that something's wrong. If you're eating as you normally do, but the scale keeps showing a lower number, it's worth seeing your doctor. Cancerous tumors can interfere with how your body absorbs nutrients, causing you to lose weight. Your body will start using up its reserves because it's not getting the energy it needs from food. If this is happening, it's not a time to celebrate. It's a time to get checked out. Number 7. Abdominal pain. Nobody likes to deal with abdominal pain, but if it's a regular occurrence, don't ignore it. Abdominal pain can be caused by a tumor in the colon that's blocking the passage of food and waste. This blockage causes cramps, bloating, and general discomfort. You might also experience nausea and vomiting, which often accompany the pain. If your abdomen feels tender to the touch, or if the pain is sharp and persistent, you need to talk to your doctor. Abdominal pain, coupled with other symptoms like changes in bowel habits or weight loss, could signal colon cancer, and the sooner you catch it, the better. Number 8. Fatigue and nausea. We've already covered fatigue, but nausea is another common symptom of colon cancer that many people overlook. If you've been feeling nauseous frequently, especially in conjunction with other symptoms like abdominal pain or changes in bowel movements, it's time to talk to your doctor. Nausea and vomiting, if they last for an extended period, can indicate that there's an obstruction in your bowels, often caused by a tumor. Colon cancer can block the normal flow of waste, and your body reacts by making you feel nauseous. If you experience these symptoms, don't wait too long before seeking help. How to keep your colon healthy and keep the cancer at bay. To keep your colon healthy and reduce the risk of colon cancer, focus on maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Eat fiber-rich foods to promote regular bowel movements and prevent constipation. Exercise regularly to maintain a healthy weight, improve digestion, and benefit your heart. Avoid smoking as it increases the risk of various cancers, including colon cancer, and limit alcohol consumption, which is linked to a higher risk. If you're over 45 or younger with a family history, talk to your doctor about getting screened, as a colonoscopy can detect early signs of cancer before symptoms appear. And there you have it, folks. The early signs of colon cancer you shouldn't ignore. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more informative content like this. Stay healthy, stay aware, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.